welcome to the Deep Dive by Global Heroes, your go-to for the real stories behind real heroes. Get more inspiring content in your inbox with our newsletter, and be sure to follow along on social media. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into a specific source. It's excerpts from Explore Salmon Arm, Trails, Tastes, and Tranquility. And our mission really is to unpack what makes this city in British Columbia tick, especially its core idea, this invitation to slow down. This source paints a nice picture, less crowds, more space. Talks about nature, community, lots to do.
Yeah, and what jumps out right away is how they position it. It's not just like listing attractions, it's framing a whole state of mind. They literally want you to make big memories because you adopt a relaxed pace right there in the Shuswap region. It feels very intentional, this whole slowing down thing, not just something that happens.
Okay, so how does the source actually show this slow down idea in practice? It mentions living local, calls Salmon Arm a small city with big ideas, says it's full of growers, makers, builders, and overachievers. Sounds like a proud community, definitely connected, but how does that living local feel for a visitor?
That's a good point. The source seems to say visiting means you actively participate in that pace. You value life in the moment. It sets that against, rushing around. So the community is the foundation, sure, but the visitor gets to feel it. Think about the range they give. You've got epic trails and incredible lake access on one hand, and then things like cozy tap rooms and Sunset Vineyard concerts on the other. It's about fully being in that moment, right? Whether active or social.
Right, which leads perfectly into the time for trails part. The source makes it pretty clear. If you like being outdoors, this is huge for the Salmon Arm experience. Surrounded by water, mountains, hills, the landscape shapes it all. And here's where it gets interesting, the actual numbers. They list nearly 60 multi-use trails inside the city limits, and over 650 in the whole Shuswap region. Biking, hiking, horses, ATVs, even mentions golf. It just sounds incredibly accessible.
Exactly. And they point to the Shuswap Trail Alliance as a resource, again emphasizing that accessibility. But it's not just land, is it? The water's key. It says you're never more than, 10 minutes away, 2 boat launches, dog beaches, fishing year-round. And what really ties back to the slowdown idea is how they describe Shuswap Lake. Unlike others, maybe, it offers peace and space to truly unwind. So they directly link the place itself to that core promise.
Absolutely. And, after all that activity, you got to refuel, connect. The source talks up the local food and drink scene, calls it buzzing with creativity and community. And with like 600 farms around, you get real farm to table. They spotlight a few places too.
Yes, and those examples make it real, don't they? North Yard Cider Co., set in an orchard, connects right to the apple history. Shuswap Cider Co. They frame that as perfect for lake days with flights, music, a very social, relaxed feel. Then Marionette Winery, noted for its patio events, that whole immersive vineyard thing. And Ricochet Brewing Business of the Year, apparently 36 taps, focus on local makers, overlooks a plaza. That just sounds like a community hub. Oh, and they mentioned they all offer non-alcoholic options, too. Which feels, inclusive, welcoming, part of that relaxed vibe again.
So wrapping this deep dive up, what's the takeaway? Looking at these bits from the source, Salmon Arm really comes across as dedicated to this idea of slowing down and encouraging you to live local by just being present.
Yeah, it's that mix, isn't it? Loads of easy-to-reach outdoor stuff, land and water, combined with that lively, community-minded food and drink scene. The source uses those specific spots to show how you actually do it, how you experience that slower pace.
It definitely positions Salmon Arm as, well, more than just a quick stop. Whether you're driving between Vancouver and Calgary or actually planning a trip there, the idea is you'll want to stick around.
Right, and that central question, pulled straight from the source, kind of challenges you, doesn't it? So, what's the rush? It's an invitation, really. Pause and think about what slowing down actually means for you. And it suggests, hey, Salmon Arm's a pretty good place to figure that out.
Definitely gives you something to think about. And if you want to know more, the source points towards salmonarmtourism.ca. Worth checking out if this sounds appealing. Thanks for listening to the Global Heroes podcast. Stay uplifted with our newsletter. Follow us on your favorite socials and experience more stories of hope in It's a Beautiful World on Prime Video.